Hello everyone, welcome back to the network theory and circuits. So in this video we move a step deeper into the network theory and understand the very concept of the state variables. So this topic is especially useful for systematic circuit analysis, dynamic circuits and advanced methods, and it connects directly to the graph theory with the concepts like trees, die-sets and cut-sets. So let's begin with a simple question. So what defines a state of an electrical network? So the answer is the minimum set of variables required to completely describe the system at any given time. And these variables are called as state variables. So in a circuit, we have components like capacitor and inductors, right? So these electrical components are chosen because they store energy and they define the memory of the system. So now let's connect this with the graph theory. So in a network, we divide the branches into either twigs or links, where the twigs are generated from trees and links are generated from core tree, right? So this classification helps us systematically to select the state variables. So what is the key idea here? So key idea is that the capacitors are preferably placed in the tree branches or twigs, and inductors are placed preferably in the place of links. Why? Because as we know, in tree we are associated with the node equations, which are called as the KCLs, and the links are associated with the loop equations, which are known as KVL, right? So this leads to the systematic and minimal representation. So means we determine the capacitor voltage and we determine the inductor current. So how to choose the state variables? So let's go step by step. The step one is identify the energy storage elements. So we require the energy storage element first. Then we determine the capacitors and then we detect the inductors, right? And if they are not there, then we go for determining the resistors. So this is the order, right? Then we determine the state variables. So state variables are determined from tree capacitance and core tree inductance, right? So for the tree capacitance, we determine the cut sets or we get the KCL equations. And from the core tree inductance, we get the tie sets or the KVL equations, right? So in order to get that, first we have to determine the tree. So when we determine the tree, we consider this order where we contain the sources or energy storage devices first. Then we go for capacitors, then we go for inductors. And in that tree, we prefer the capacitors in the tree and the inductors are in the links. Then for the capacitors in the tree, state variables are voltage, and for the inductors, the state variables are current, as we have discussed just now. So the goal is to avoid redundant equation and get independent state variables. So once the state variables are selected, we write down the equation in the standard form of state space form, which is given by Ex plus Pu, where X is the state variables, A is the system matrix and B is the input matrix. So in circuit terms, use the KCL, Cut-side equations, and KVL for tie-side equations, and this is where graph theory becomes extremely powerful, right? So if we consider a circuit which contains, suppose, two capacitors and one inductor. So the number of state variable will be 3 because we have VC1, VC2 since we have two capacitors and one inductor, so it will be IL. So we have 3 state variables. Then what we do? We place the capacitors in the tree, determine VC1 and VC2 using the Cut-side matrix, and place the inductor in the link, choose IL, and then determine the value of IL using tie-side matrix. So this 3 becomes your state variables, right? So let's summarize. So state variables define the system completely. The capacitor voltage and the inductor currents are the natural choices. Then number 3 is the graph theory, trees and links for systematic selection we use. And then we have the capacitor for tree, twigs, and the inductor for the links. And this helps in forming the state space equations, right? So I hope you have understood the idea of what is state variable and how we identify or determine the state variable. So in the next video, we will solve the numerical problems from state variables using graph theory, which is very much important for your various examinations. So that is all for today. So I hope you have understood, and do join our next class to learn the numericals on state variables. Till then, keep learning and go through the videos from the playlist only so that you don't miss any concept and you are following systematically. So do like, share and subscribe to our videos so that you don't miss any content. Thank you. Keep learning.